we were out on ambush patrols and platoon sweeps, trying to find the enemy and push them back. One day we were on a company mission to sweep in around the entire perimeter of the fire base, and I had the lead platoon, and we walked into an ambush. As it turned out, the ambush was set up just at a point where we were going to change direction, and when I turned around to call the company commander and tell him that we were getting ready to move, I was shot with a captured U.S. weapon. It was our latest and greatest infantry weapon. It fired a 40 millimeter high explosive shell. That shell hit my knee and detonated. It pulverized the inside of my left knee and flipped me downrange about 30 feet. And that's how I got hurt. All the orthopods came tisking and poking and prodding at my knee and seeing whether or not I could move and looking at the x-rays. And they had a conference with the whole orthopedic section who decided on a course of treatment. Yes, we're going to amputate your leg above the knee. I won't tell you exactly what my response was, but it was a 3-word sentence. The last word was sir. And eventually I had the chief of orthopedic surgeon and all the orthopedic surgeons that were in the hospital at that time. And they put their heads together and I said, okay, guys, so what's the story? And they said, you're never going to walk again. The only way to address this is amputate your leg above the knee. Well, the conversation ensued after that, not of the warm, convivial type. At the end of that conversation, I had a 3-month temporary profile with promise that I'd come back in 3 months and it would get to reevaluate me. After a total of about a year of physical therapy, I took my first unaided steps.
A year?
Yes. And when I was back after I had been walking for a while for my periodic 3-month renewal of my temporary profile, I was sitting on the edge of the examining table when the surgeon came in and looked at my x-ray, started to look around the room, and I started looking around and said, okay, what are we looking for? And he said, where's your wheelchair? And I said, I don't use one. And he said, yeah, okay, so fine, where are your crutches? And I said, I don't use crutches. And he said, how did you get in here? And I said, I must be misunderstanding your question because the answer is both obvious and stupid. I came through the door. And he said, how? I said, I walked. And he said, not on that knee, you didn't. So I got off the table and walked out the door and walked in the door and sat down. And he said, I don't believe that. I felt like a slacker. The unit I was assigned to in 1968 lost 143 guys that year, and I wasn't there. So I needed to make up for being a slacker. I wasn't there when they lost 143 guys. It's hard for me to believe that people can break that fundamental societal constraint without having to undergo some kind of a psychological mental reorientation, and that changes you. And trauma sucks, and whether it happens to you or whether it happens to somebody that is close to you, one of the things that I find most difficult is that I failed 5 of my soldiers. There are 5 guys that I didn't bring home, and that bothers me. Their names are engraved in bricks in the Plaza of Honor at 25th Infantry Division headquarters. They're engraved in bricks in the Purple Heart Plaza in Henderson, Nevada. I have a plaque with their names engraved that I see every day. I carry their names with me, and it's one of my great failures in life.